When it comes to the NBA, LeBron James is by far the most controversial name probably in history. He probably has as many haters as he has admirers. So many people hate him, so many people love him. And the question is he overrated? Is LeBron James overrated? And the answer to that question is yes, LeBron James is overrated, highly overrated. Before you dislike this video, sit through and watch it. I'm not a LeBron hater. You Bron sexuals need to calm down, alright? Not a LeBron hater. Just listen to what I'm saying and soak in this information so you don't have to be ignorant every time you're in a conversation with somebody about LeBron. LeBron is not even in my top 3. LeBron's not even better than Michael Jordan or Kobe. And I don't even have them in my top 10 anyway, so that's not saying much about him. LeBron's probably the most unclutch player I've ever seen, the most unclutch star I've ever seen. And I put that in quotes, star, because he's not really a star. It's only hype around him. To be honest, if LeBron played back in the days when you can get punched in the face and it's not a foul, LeBron would be babied. He would be probably a role player at best. LeBron runs through people because he's way bigger than them and they're weak. The NBA is full of weak players, if you didn't know. People don't really work out that much. And when they do, it's usually just calisthenics. They don't really lift weights. LeBron took advantage for that and just runs through everybody, and people are afraid to contest because they know that they're gonna get a foul called on them because, you know, LeBron's the most loved player by the executives and all the higher ups in the league, so there's no surprise there. The referees love him. They're scared of him. I've seen them call fouls when he told them, oh, call a foul on them. LeBron's a cheater. LeBron can't win without cheating. And you realize, look, you know, people say, oh, look at these rings that he won. Look at all the rings that he didn't win. Look at that. I saw some meme saying that, I'm going to post it on here if I find it. I'm going to put a picture of it if I find it. But there was some meme saying that LeBron is 4-74 in finals wins. I'm not going to be childish and say, oh, he's 4 because blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to be childish and say, oh yeah, that's good. That's how it should be. No, because he wasn't even alive or even in the league for all those years. All right, but look at all the times that he lost, and notice the times that he won. Every time that he wins, he has a star, and in Miami, 2 other stars, and a bunch of players who can be starters on any team. LeBron needs that much help. He's supposed to be the top 3 greatest players of all time. Or some even say that he's the greatest player of all time. But how can that be when he needs all that help? And even when he had stars on his team, he still lost. How can that be? How can LeBron be the greatest player of all time if that's the case? Quite honestly, LeBron, I'm being generous here. He's probably in my top 40 if I'm being honest. I'm being 100% serious right now. Because there's no way that you can think that a player who passes up last-second shots to players who aren't stars can be the greatest of all time. At best, he's just a dunker who takes advantage of the weak league. The league is turning weak and he's taking advantage of that. You see LeBron shoot a 3 every once in a while. All right, centers do that all the time. They set up for 3, drain 1. Yeah, that's it. That's not anything really special. Centers do it all the time. Pull up for mid-range, bang. He can just dunk. Wow. Look at Gerald Green. Is he even in the league anymore? I don't know. He's just a dunker. See the fate of the dunkers. But he has hype behind him and he gets bailed out constantly by other players to win. You see, in the Spurs game, he was bailed out by Chris Bosh and Ray Allen. In the Warriors game, bailed out by Kyrie. In the Heat game, like, I'm being honest here, Miami only has 2 players, and they aren't. Jimmy's kind of a star, and Bam's getting there. The rest of the Miami players are all role players at best, and LeBron had Anthony Davis with him, and Rondo. All these other players, JaVale McGee, all these other players to help him beat him, and they couldn't beat them in 4. They couldn't sweep them. They couldn't sweep them. This is your GOAT? Really? Are you kidding me? Your so-called GOAT scored 3 in a finals against the Mavericks, and they ended up losing because of that? Yeah, definitely your GOAT. If you say that LeBron's a GOAT, you say that he's one of the best ever, if you have him even in your top 20, maybe even in your top 30, don't talk about basketball. Don't talk about basketball with me, please, because you don't know what you're talking about. And Stephen A., I used to have respect for you until you started talking about, oh, LeBron's great and LeBron's this. Be quiet. No, he's not. This is why I like Skip Bayless better. He's not afraid to speak the fact. He's not afraid to go with the unpopular opinion. LeBron is not that good, and that's just facts. People are afraid of facts, and they don't want to just see things for what it really is. They want everything sugar-coated. They want everything fake. You know the saying, ignorance is bliss? Yeah, this is most NBA fans. I'm sorry. That's all I got to say. I'm out. See ya.
Drives down and throws it down.
Oh yeah, this is that play where James got bitched.
For the moment.
Look, Tatum bumped them. Oh, no. Yeah. NBA thought they were slick. See, bro, the NBA is so... They're favoritism out the ass, bro. I bet you that was curious for the full highlight. But no. James got completely bitched. Look. Man! No, go back. They try to cut it off and try and shake it off. No. Look. Tatum bumped them. LeBron didn't do nothing. I know y'all seen that for you LeBron stains out there. LeBron, 280, 290 pounds, 6'8", 6'9". Wants to bully other players that's half his size, but when Tatum stands up to him who's 6'10", doesn't want to do nothing.
Wow! If you dunk on the king, you can be king for the moment.